Hi guys, I'm Vinny and this is my day off. Thanks very much for joining me, I really appreciate it. This is part 2 in the continuing saga of can you use a folding knife as a survival knife. I've taken offence to those on the internet who say you can't use one of these as a survival knife because it will fail at the joint or close in your finger. Now in part 1 I built a sturdy shelter and I gathered rushes and made thatch for my shelter. And it's a nice waterproof shelter. We'll take you back there shortly. So I've come down here today to collect material with my knife to use to make survival weapons. Now this is a little bit daft in an Irish context because we have no vast wilderness that you'd be lost in for days at a time. I'm simply making a point, I'm proving a point that I believe that these can be used successfully with a small bit of intelligence and cop on, or common sense as we say in Ireland. So come along with me, we'll gather some material, we'll make our weapons and I'll show you the shelter, okay? Okay guys, this is the knife I'm using. It's a rather small knife. Main blade is 1 3/4 inches cutting edge. So I've found a hazel pole here. Sorry about the camera angle now, but I'm on a steep slope. This is the best I can do. So I'm going to collect this. Hazel, like willow, when you cut it, it just grows again. So the secret to cutting a thicker pole like this is you need to get a bend on the pole. This strains the fibres and makes them much easier to cut through. So I need to bend this. I'm just checking to see if there's any dead wood that can fall. And it's a little precarious. My little knife. Yeah. No great drama. Okay, so we need to cut this here. And just like with the willows, you make a series of cuts around your pole. We'll take this top off of it. Lovely day here today. Okay, that's our pole. I'm just trying to decide which piece is best for our bow. I think I'll take this top piece. So I think I'll cut it around here, so I need to remove this. Now I don't want any split travelling up this, so I'll make another series of cuts around. Let's try that. I can use this tree here as a fulcrum. just finish it off. There we go, there's our sapling bow stave. It's reasonably thick, hopefully it'll make a bow with some power. Okay, here we have a nice straight stick for an arrow. Nice straight piece of hazel. So I'm going to collect a few more of these and we'll gather our equipment and head back to the hideout, okay? So guys, welcome to Chez Vinnie. This is my little shelter. It's a framework of willow poles and it's thatched in with rushes. Okay guys, this doesn't apply in an Irish context, but if you were lost in a country where you have dangerous animals, you need some form of protection for yourself. And from watching YouTube, I've seen that one very effective weapon is a big stick. I saw a chap in India kill a leopard with one. The trouble with the big stick is that it may be heavy to carry or cumbersome to use. So I've come up with a compromise. I've got a smaller stick, but I want to attach this stone to it to make a reasonably portable weapon, but something that would be heavy and quite lethal. So to make this, I've already whittled the sides of this stick down and I want to split it here so it can accept the stone. I've put a little lashing here to stop the split travelling all the way down. You see that? Now, so I'm going to try and put a split here and I want to hopefully keep it going as straight as I can. Not too bad. So that's travelling fairly well. Now to push it the rest of the way, I'm going to make a wedge from this splinter that I collected from when we were gathering our poles. We'll just let you see that again. Here we have our split started. So we get our little wedge here. Oh, not too bad. And we can tap that onwards. Why beat on your knife when you can beat on a stick? Okay, so here's our stone. I want to put the stone in this way up. I'll show you why later. Okay, that's that much done. Okay, so I need to tie this in as tightly as possible. So to give myself some advantage, I've tied my twine here to a nearby tree, and that will allow me to put great force on the twine as I tighten it. Okay, so that's in there really tightly. Okay, so that gives us, as I said, a portable weapon that's reasonably light, but the length of the handle gives it great leverage. The stone makes it very top heavy and deadly. Gives you fantastic force, yet it's reasonably quick and nimble to use. So if we were lost and in a survival situation, we have our first line of defense there with our club. So the next step is to have some hope or some means of getting small game. So we're going to make a throwing stick. So it's just going to be a miniature of our club. Here I've put a lashing here. I've whittled the top of it down. And we're going to try and get a halfway straight split going here as well. Right, where's our wedge? So we'll get our little wedge here into that crack. I shouldn't even need to beat on this, just press down on it. One moment now. Why risk breaking your knife, eh? Okay, so we just slot our stone in here into our split. And of course we need to tie it in place. So once again I've tied my twine to this convenient tree. So a simple throwing stick. Again, the weight in the end gives it more lethality. And throwing sticks like these were used in Ireland and England up to quite recent times. Often they used a lead weight, kind of like a hammerhead. I hunt birds in game with this. Okay? It's quite powerful. That brings us to everybody's favourite weapon, bow. And I'm going to make a field expedient sapling bow from this stave. This will be my hardest job to date, I think. Obviously an axe or a large knife would be much easier, but what we're doing is proving if it's possible. Okay? So let's get to work. I'll have to fast forward this, guys, because this is going to take a while. Right, I'm now at a stage where the bow is starting to bend a bit and I need to tiller it. Tillering means as you're working, you need to bend the bow and see which parts need material taken from it. If it's bending too much, you need to take material on either side. And you need to be careful from now on, because if you take too much material, the bow will fail. So I have a loose string in it here now, and I'm going to use my club as a tiller tree. Okay, that's why I left my stone here, kind of protruding upwards. Hopefully, the bow can rest on it. I'll be able to bend it and see where I need to work on. So I can see this side is stiffer, and I need to take some material here. At this stage it's important not to get carried away, and I need to take some material from it. So here we have the finished product, guys. Not perfect by any means, but a quick field expedient bow, and it's reasonably powerful. And I've made a quick arrow, just a simple point, and for flights I've simply added some baling twine, lashed it on and opened it out a bit to act as feathers or flights, and a quick knock at the back. Okay, let's try a little shot. Let's try a shot here at this tree. Dyson, stay. Goodbye, stay. Let's try another little shot. This bow is more than capable of collecting small game and maybe providing with more self-defense. Back, Dyson. Good boy. Stay. Anyway, a quick bow and arrow, and it would only be a work of minutes to work up a batch of these. Crude but simple. Okay? So guys, that's the end of part 2. We've built a shelter, we've gathered materials, we've made survival weapons, all without the knife failing at the joint or indeed closing on my fingers. Can you use a small folding knife as a survival knife? I'll let you be the judge of that. But the proof of the pudding is in the eating thereof. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye bye.